Today we're gonna be making banana bread. These bananas have been in the fridge forever and I don't want to throw them out. And you guys have been killing me to do a baking video and to show my face, so here I am. And I bought my first KitchenAid mixer, so I've just been really excited to use it. Like every time I come in the kitchen, I'm like, girl, I'm gonna bake this, I'm gonna bake that, blah blah blah. But today's my day off, so we're gonna make some banana bread because banana and bread. I don't eat banana and bread together, but I love banana bread. I think I said that on my Instagram. Yeah, corny, whatever. So we're gonna make blueberry banana bread, as a matter of fact. So just stay with me. The first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. I don't remember what that is in Celsius, but I'll put it in the description box. I'm only human, okay? Mommy loves. Don't mind me. I'm just really excited, okay? A girl bought her first KitchenAid mixer. That's like every baker's dream, okay? I'm a baker, yeah. So the second thing that we're going to do, which is probably the most important thing, is to sift our dry ingredients. We sift our dry ingredients to let it be, to rid it of like things that are probably in the flour. We don't know where it's manufactured. And to get out any lumps, so our batter can be light and airy and fluffy, you know. So sift your dry ingredients. Like a lot of people think it's unnecessary, it takes too long, but trust me, sift your dry ingredients. If Karen did not teach you anything, you must have learned that you should sift your dry ingredients. Okay? So we have 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. We have a teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder. Did y'all see my new glasses? I'm fancy now, okay? I'm fancy. Obviously I did not buy enough, but hey, do not judge me. I did say I'm not gonna throw away my plastics. I have a teaspoon here of nutmeg, a teaspoon of cinnamon, a teaspoon of allspice, and I added like a 1/4 teaspoon of ginger because hey, like, why not? Okay. And we're also going to add like a little teaspoon of salt, just to give it a little kick. And we're just going to sieve until we get everything out. I also forgot one of the secret ingredients. We're just going to put like a tablespoon of fresh nutmeg in it. Like fresh nutmeg, it cannot go wrong. Just grate it into the sieve. Alright, that looks good. And just grate. We're going to set this aside and then work on our wet ingredients. Now it's time for our wet ingredients. Here I have a 1/2 cup of butter. Let me just lift up my baby. You gotta unlock it and then you just put it like this. So 1/2 cup of room temperature unsalted butter. You see how soft it is? You gotta get everything in there because butter ain't cheap, so we can't waste it, okay? And we're just going to make this beat. Close it. We're going to make this beat for like 2 minutes. To our butter, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of white sugar. There's our butter and our sugar going. We're going to stop the machine for a bit. And we're going to scrape our bowl down just so everything can be properly incorporated. And we are going to go again So why is it that we cream the butter and the sugar? We cream fat, which in this case is our butter. It could be a bit margarine, coconut oil, whatever the fat is, butter today. We cream the butter and the sugar to, number one, to make it be, the sugar be properly dispensed throughout the whole butter, and number two, to get the butter light and airy. We don't want eating our cake or banana bread like just heavy, you know. So that is the main reason of creaming butter and the sugar. You do not need a standing mixer to do that. I've officially started baking since last year, and I was just using my hand mixer. My grand aunt, my mom's man who taught her how to bake, said that they had to use a wooden spoon and a bowl. You can imagine using a wooden spoon and a bowl to cream butter and sugar, but hey, it can be done. I got my KitchenAid mixer, so I'm not gonna use it. So that is why we'll cream our butter and our sugar. We are now going to add 2 room temperature eggs to our cream butter and sugar. We're going to add them one at a time. And guys, never do that. Always break your egg into a separate bowl. But these eggs, I got them, and like all of them were good. So I was like, hey, let me try and see. But do not do that. One at a time in a bowl, then into our butter. So in case the egg is not good, our whole butter is not going to waste. So yeah, our first egg is well incorporated, so we're just going to add the second one. We need to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I don't have any dark vanilla right now, just this clear one, which is not all that good. So I'm just going to add 2 teaspoons. And remember to continuously scrape down our bowl. See how light this is? See how light? We're getting there. We're getting there. This is not a must, but I have some in the fridge, so why not? Some yogurt, and because it is a blueberry banana bread today, I have some blueberry yogurt in the fridge, so I'm just going to add 2 tablespoons of this to our butter and our sugar. It will just give it that extra to make it, like, you know, to make it light and fluffy. So if you have it, use it. If you don't have it, don't worry. So now it's time for our bananas. This texture is really grossing me out. I don't even like bananas really. Like, I have to eat my bananas turn. If they're too yellow and have spots on them, it's a no for me. But I love banana bread, so hey, we're going to peel and mash these. I really hope this banana bread is appealing. You get it? Appealing. I know I'm corny, but whatever. Stick around. Peel and mash. Last but not least, we are going to add our banana or crushed banana. Like, I mean, if you want it smoother than that, if you have a problem with texture, you can. I don't really like texture like that, but hey, I got it as fine as I could. And I'm not making this for myself, so, you know, never hurts. So we're just going to add this to the mixture. Get it all out, okay? Nothing goes to waste here at Karine MD. So follow suit and do the same. So guys, now we're going to add our flour mixture. Turn this off. Mix on low till it's incorporated. So guys, now that we've added our flour mixture to the wet ingredients, we're going to scrape down for one last time and beat it for less than a minute. Yes, I said beating the butter and the sugar incorporates air and let it be light and fluffy, but now we've introduced flour to the mix. Flour has gluten in it. Mine has gluten in it, at least. I'm not about that non-gluten life or whatever. So gluten, if it is worked too much, it will get hard and tough. And we don't want our bread to be hard and tough. So scrape down and then beat for less than a minute. Home stretch here, guys. Home stretch. Final thing is our blueberries. I didn't want to add them and let them whip in here because I didn't want blueberries to bleed out in it, because I don't know, I'm funny like that. So just going to add some blueberries and we're gonna add some rum. Y'all know I am not, well, most of you, I am not a drinker, but I love baking with rum. I think it makes everything taste better. So we're just going to add just a cork full of this, you know, to make it be a little extra nice. So just going to add a half of this. I'm gonna save some for the top and our rum. So guys, I'm just cutting a piece of parchment paper to put in our baking pan to make a makeshift handle to take out the bread when it's done. So it's time to pour into our baking dish right here. I think this is a 9x4 baking pan. So we're just going to go ahead. We always give a tap, release those extra air bubbles. Now we're just going to smooth it off a bit. So this is definitely optional. I saw it on Instagram and I was like, I have got to try it. It's just for aesthetics, just to make it look prettier. It's just cutting a banana in half, coating it in sugar and adding it to the top of the banana bread. You know, make it look extra pretty. It's time for finishing touches, and we're going to add that banana that we coated in sugar at each end of our banana bread. I'm going to also add some walnuts. You could toast them if you want to, but I was not up for that today. Just sprinkle it all over just for presentation. And I'm also going to add some blueberries that we had left over. Guys, here's our banana bread ready to go into the oven. Don't worry about the bananas and everything that's on top. The dough will rise up, the butter will rise up into it. So we're ready for the oven. We're going to go in at 350, I said, for 1 hour. We're going to check it at like the 40-minute interval just to make sure, you know. I'll put it on a baking tray so that it's easier to go in and out of the oven. So we have 25 minutes left on it. Here it is. It's, you can see the middle is not done. So we're just gonna put it back and let it get finished. So guys, this is us after an hour and 10 minutes because the middle still needed a little bit more time. We're just going to do our knife test. And voila, there we go. So I removed it from the oven. I let it sit for 10 minutes in the pan. Then I use our makeshift handles to take it out of the pan and let it cool for an hour before cutting into it. After an hour, our bread was still a little warm, guys, but I could not resist cutting into it. It was so moist. It smelled so good. It looked so good. Like, just look at it. Just look at this bread. Look at it.